Hello and welcome to Polloi Two, and today we have an unboxing video. As you can see, I've got a few packages here waiting to be opened. Three of these are actually bits for projects that I am working on, some parts that I've been waiting for, some parts that I've ordered, and some donation pieces as well. And then we have this larger box here, which is from Billybob in the US, which I believe is Space 1999 stuff. So let's open them up and see what's inside. This first package is from Lee, better known as Paleetoys. You'll have seen recently that I reviewed one of his playsets over on toy-polloi. He's been making these sort of vintage style playsets for Star Wars figures. They are really fantastic, and he said that he'd seen one of the videos I'd done here on Polloi Two and had a part for one of the things that had been sent in, so he was going to send it over. So that is what's in here. Let me open this up and we'll take a look at it. And there we go. It is part of the Ewoks playset, the Ewok Village playset. You'll have seen again in a video here on Polloi Two that I was recently sent the rather battered remains of the playset by Darren. And yeah, Lee said that he had one piece for it. So this is going to go in my box of bits and parts for that playset. I've got rather a lot of pieces to find for that one, but this is the first extra piece I have for it. It's a great place to start. Next up is more Star Wars stuff, because you'll have again seen recently over on Toy-Polloi, I repaired a couple of vintage X-Wings, and I used some parts from Xxanduprime. This is Max and Rhiannon, and they have some more sort of replacement 3D parts that they are selling on eBay, and I actually asked them if they could make something very specifically for me, which they have very kindly done. So I've ordered a couple of them off their eBay site, and I think they've sent a few more pieces along as well. This again is for a future project. I've got sort of things in mind that I want to do, and yeah, I'm always after sort of bits for projects. I generally have quite a few projects on the go, so this is sort of planning for the future, shall we say. So yeah, this is from Xxanduprime. So this is Max and Rhiannon, and the note here says, "Hi Dave, as we discussed, please find enclosed some..." Oh, I'm not going to say what it was. These are the first off the printer, so it'll be interesting to see how you get on. These should fit Kenneth, Paleetoy and Hasbro of this toy. We've also included some droids for your Stormtrooper army to chase. Speak soon, Max and Rhiannon." Oh, that's great. Thanks, Max and Rhiannon. As I say, I did specifically ask for some bits to be made. Oh, well, let's take them out and you can have a look. So here they are. I think any Star Wars collector will know immediately what these are, because they are often missing if you have some of the early TIE fighters. So what have we got here? We've got quite a few of them. Oh, I only ordered two, but they've sent me a whole load more. And what other bits? More, there's loads of them. Look at that, in all sorts of colours. These are the TIE Fighter wing connectors. If you see things like it's sort of Darth Vader's TIE Fighter and the early TIE Fighter, these connectors are a separate piece. They clip onto the wings, and they just seem to go missing all the time. And if you haven't got them, you can't put your TIE Fighter together. So yeah, I asked Max and Rhiannon if they could model this up and if it was something that they thought they could sell. And so they've done a whole load of them. So we've got a whole selection of different colours. So we've got the grey ones, those are for Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. We've got the blue ones, which are obviously for the blue sort of standard TIE Fighter, and we've got some white ones here for the white TIE Fighter. Those look really good, and I think will definitely help me in the project I have. Because actually, it was another bit from the box with the Ewok Village in. There was a smashed up Darth Vader TIE Fighter, and I have a plan for it, but it was missing one of these. So those are going to come in very useful indeed. Thanks for those. And it said there were some droids as well. Oh, look at these. These are amazing. These are tiny little mouse droids. Those will look so cool with my Imperial army. I love those. They are like little diddy 3D prints of mouse droids. That's brilliant. So yeah, if you need any bits like this, then I do recommend you check out Xxanduprime on eBay. The bits that I've had from them before, especially the stuff I've been using on the X-Wings, looks fantastic. So I'll put a link to their eBay page in the description of this video. But yeah, those are amazing. So those are the first two boxes. It's all Star Wars bits, as you can see. Let's take a look at the next one. This next box is from Matt over at the Kraken Wakes. Now I've shown his pieces before. He does bits for the Action Force toy line, and I've used a few pieces in various projects I've been working on. And Matt was actually working on something that I have in my to-do pile, which is the armoured troop transport. I picked that up at a charity shop maybe well, 6 months to a year ago, and it was missing a few pieces, and I knew Matt was working on some of those missing pieces, making replacements of them. So I said to him, you know, as soon as they're ready, let me know. He's very kindly sent over a box with those missing pieces in for the armoured troop transport, but he did say that he'd included something else that would help him with my Red Shadows army of mutons that I've been building. That's another of, you know, I build quite a lot of armies here. I like army building toys, and mutons seem to be very easy to find, so he's sent me some bits to go with those. So let's see what is inside here. It's all very well packed up. Oh, let me open this up and see what's there. A bit of sticky tape. So we have some pieces. So let's start with the bits that for the project that I am working on, which is, yeah, as I say, it's the armoured troop transport, and it has this sort of rather unique little missile launcher that goes on the back of it. Those are always missing, and Matt has made this replacement version of it. So you can see you have these little missiles that sit in this little sort of holder. I've got the sort of main sort of chunk of the turret, but it's this tiny piece here that was missing. So these are all 3D printed. And they look fantastic. He's even put the little stickers on them. So this will finish off that project, which means I can now get to filming that project. So that's those pieces. He's also made these, which are little custom sort of windscreen covers to go on the front of that vehicle. Again, really nice. So those are very cool indeed. We have some weapons here which look like machine guns. Let's have a look at those. Yeah, look at those little tiny machine guns. Those are really nice as well. This is all 3D printed. It's incredible the sort of detail he manages to get in these. So I've got a little selection of 3D printed guns. And then what is this? Ah, look at this. He's been making some custom figures. Again, these are 3D printed. So let's just open this up. Look at that. It's a custom Red Shadows leader figure. That is amazing. So we've got this 3D printed head, I'm guessing. Is the body 3D printed as well? Looks like it is, you know. What's it say on the back of here? And I will read out his little specs. It says, code name Red Shadow Officer, primary military specialty intelligence, secondary military speciality sabotage. Among even the dregs that constitute the Red Shadow ranks, there are those who crave advancement, surviving rigorous training. These officers are not to be underestimated as they seek their terrible reward. Craven is their thirst for power. The Red Shadow officer feels no compassion, only contempt. Wow, that is fantastic. So this comes from Kraken Creation. So he goes by the Kraken Wakes on Instagram. I will put some links to his stuff there. This is truly fantastic. So this is a custom little figure. So he's got a bag that we can slot over his head. Let's do that. And then he comes with a weapon as well that should fit in his hand. Wow, that really is fantastic. These are custom figures, as I say, so this is nothing that Paleetoy produced back in the day, but it really looks lovely. That is absolutely fantastic, and that is definitely going to be going with my Red Shadows army. And then we have this final box which comes from Billybob in the US. He got in touch with me a while back, said that he had some Space 1999 bits that he would love to send over to me because he knows that I like Space 1999, which I do. It's been a sort of an obsession of mine for many, many years. I've been picking up the toys, you know, every time I see them, and I've had Eagles and sort of the Mego dolls and Paletoy versions of the Mego dolls in my collection for probably about 30 years now, but there's still loads that I don't have because a lot of it wasn't released here in the UK. So I think what is in here is pretty exciting because it's something that I don't have, and it's something that wasn't actually released in the UK. So let's get on and open it and see what it is. Right, and here it is. This is the Space 1999 Moonbase Alpha Control Room and Launch Monitor Center. It's absolutely amazing. There is a note here as well. I'm just going to read some of it. This is from Billybob in the US. He gives me a list of what's in here and what he's done to repair it, because apparently there are figures as well. So we'll open those up in a second because he says he's repaired bits of them and made some accessories. And he says the playset as well needs some repairs. He's done some bits to it. But basically at the bottom he says, keep the videos coming, repair on my friend. A world without toys would be a world of chaos. P.S. beware the stowaway. I'm guessing that is the stowaway, which is Sector's figure. I don't know his name, but he looks rather intriguing. I do love his moustache. So let's take a look at what is inside these bags and bits of bubble wrap, because he said, yeah, there's figures as well. We'll also take a look at the set in a second. So what's inside these bags? Right, oh well, look, there is Commander Koenig, John Koenig. Now these are the Mattel versions of the figures. These weren't, as far as I'm aware, released in the UK. I have one of them in really pretty poor condition that I picked up many years ago. But look at that, this is John Koenig. He looks absolutely fantastic. Oh, and here's the belt that he said he'd made. That's what it says in the letter there. So he's made a belt with a bit of Velcro on it, and that sticks around his waist. But look at that, that is John Koenig. That is fantastic. Really lovely. I do like these figures. They're so different to the UK versions. The UK versions are essentially sort of Mego dolls, Paleetoys version of Mego dolls, so a bit more sort of articulated. But you don't get Helena Russell and you don't get Victor Bergman. So there is John Koenig. Let me put him at the back there. Let's take a look at this one. Ah, so this one is Victor Bergman. They all use the same sort of basic body, and the outfits are fairly sort of accurate. They've done a strange thing with the colours on them. The John Koenig one is the right way around, you know, with a dark sleeve and a stripe down the side. He should, you know, in the TV show it should be sort of black and beige. And then for Victor Bergman, they've sort of basically done it the other way round. So it's the same colours, just the other way round. But it looks really nice. Look at him, he's so cool. And that's a very good likeness to Barry Morse, who plays his character. So there's Victor Bergman, again with a little belt there. We have one more bag here. I'm guessing this is Helena Russell, which it is. I've never seen this actually. I've only seen sort of photos of some of these because they are US only. I've never actually sort of seen these in hand. So here we have that. Her belt just appears to be stuck on there. So again, he's made a little custom belt for her. And there we go, that is Helena Russell in a lovely bright orange version of the outfit with these huge flares. That's really nice. Oh, she's got bendy knees. I don't remember, the men don't have bendy knees, do they? Oh, they do. I didn't remember that, that's weird. So there we go, so we've got the three figures looking really good indeed. Thank you ever so much for those. And then we have the Moonbase Alpha playset. So let's open that up and see what that looks like. Right, I've put it together and I have to say, oh my word, this is amazing. I have never seen this before. It is so fantastic and so of its era. You can see you essentially have a sort of vinyl background, so it's vinyl covered cardboard that clips together, covered in sort of computer panels and computer terminals. And in the middle you have this sort of plastic computer thing that the characters can all sit around. So you've got a nice sort of set of chairs and tables and that Helena can sit at, and then you've got Victor Bergman at the computer console in the middle. There is a light inside it that should make it all light up, and I can see that Billybob has included a sort of a torch, an LED torch in there that you can put batteries in to make it all light up and glow. It is absolutely fantastic. It's such an amazing set. There are a few pieces missing and a few bits that need sort of to be repaired, but the overall effect is absolutely amazing. It really is an amazing looking set. I've read more of his note, and he says that there's a bit of a sort of a pungent smell to some of these things. I have to say there is. It looks like it's been stored somewhere for a very long time, maybe in someone's loft, maybe in a house where people smoke. I don't know. There's certainly a little bit of a smell to everything, but I reckon a good clean and all of that will come off. So well, I don't really know what to say. This is absolutely amazing. So I've now got this project to work on, and I've also got the Mattel Eagle, which I'm still collecting parts for, and that will be something I'll hope to get onto pretty soon. I've certainly getting there with parts for that, but this is truly fantastic. I don't know where I'm going to display it, but it needs to be displayed. My current Space 1999 collection is displayed in a fairly small little cupboard. It just about fits in. This is going to completely sort of blow it out the water, so I need to find somewhere even better to put it. So a massive thank you for sending this in. I really don't know what to say. It is absolutely beautiful. So that's it for this video. That's all the packages that I had to open. As you can see, more parts for more projects, and that's always a good thing. I'm hoping to get onto the Darth Vader TIE Fighter next. Certainly that's my plan for projects to work on. But I think this Space 1999 stuff is going to have to move up the list as well. I'm really looking forward to getting this all fixed up and making it look really truly displayable, even though at the moment it looks pretty fantastic as it is. So a massive thank you to Billybob for the Space 1999 stuff, Matt over at the Kraken Wakes for the pieces for the ATC project, and this really fantastic Red Shadows officer figure. He is certainly going to go with the rest of my Red Shadows. To Max and Rianne at Xxanduprime, thanks ever so much for sort of designing this piece for me. That is really going to come in very handy indeed. And if you haven't checked out their stuff, please do. I'll put a link to their eBay page in the description. And also to Lee from Paleetoys, another great piece for a project that I am working on. So thanks ever so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it, then head on over to my main channel, toy-polloi, and subscribe there as well. And thanks for watching.